What's up, guys, and welcome back to Pour Over Finance. So, today I wanted to just discuss a little bit of what's going on with Ledger. What I'm understanding from Ledger and their new product, which is called Recover, it costs $9.99 a month and it allows users who want the option of being able to back up their secret phrase outside of what you already do, because when you get a ledger, you have to actually copy a 24-word phrase, which is your key in the event that you ever did lose your ledger, or if for some reason you forgot your password and you had to just reset the device. It allowed you to recover, but it was also stored offline. You were pretty much responsible for self-custody. And for a lot of users, that was a place of comfort, myself included. I own two ledgers. I don't know if that's coming. Yeah, I own two of these devices, and I was always under the impression that, hey, my recovery phrase will never touch the internet. And that was one of the things that I liked about it. But now we're understanding that with this Recover product, there is the option of your keys being stored online. It's going to be encrypted, and it's going to be pushed out to 3 different governing bodies that then, if you do need to recover, will piece it back together, for lack of a better term, and allow you to then recover your passphrase. And this is causing a lot of controversy simply because no one was ever aware of the fact that your ledger could be recovered through online means. That's one of the secure feelings that you get from this device, is that it's completely offline. So I wanted to just look at a couple of articles and listen to what the CTO of Ledger said when he was introducing this product, and then discuss it. Honestly, I'm extremely disappointed to know that this product even has the ability to be online, because listen, hacking is running rampant on the internet. So the fact that this is even open to the possibility is very disappointing, and it was never sold as such. So let's hear what he has to say, and we'll discuss it.
Hello, I'm trezor, CTO of Ledger. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce a new service. Ledger Recover is an optional subscription for users who want a backup of their secret recovery phrase, so they can restore access to their wallets whenever, wherever, even if they have lost or broken their Ledger Nano and don't have their recovery sheet with them. For some people, it's a very convenient service, but
So you see, he's saying it's a convenient service and it's available for people who don't have their recovery sheet. As I mentioned, this is something when you first turn your ledger on and you start setting it up, it allows you to copy that 24-word phrase. Then you keep that for yourself. Now he's basically saying, even if you don't have that, we can recover it for you with the use of this service.
some others simply don't need it. You can continue managing your secret recovery phrase all by yourself if that's why you bought a ledger at the first place. This is not automatically enabled by any firmware updates. This is your choice. Self-custody is at the core of our offering, and your secret recovery phrase is created on your device. We have no access to it. This will never change.
Listen to what he just said. We have no access to it, and this will never change. Very interesting words, because we'll look at something in a little bit that kind of says otherwise.
We are uncompromising about security, and that will never change. If you choose to subscribe, Ledger Recover encrypts your secret recovery phrase and splits it into 3 fragments. All of this happens inside the secure element chip, so your private key is never at risk. These encrypted fragments are stored by 3 different parties on hardware security modules. In this process, Ledger and our trusted providers have no access to your secret recovery phrase. There's no backdoor for anyone, neither us, a provider, or even a very gifted hacker to access it. Individually, these encrypted fragments are completely useless. When you want to restore your keys, two of these three parties will send back their fragments to your Ledger device, which will be able to recombine your secret recovery phrase and allow you to access back your wallet. Decryption can only happen on the Ledger secure element chip after identity verification. The split, encryption, or decryption happens on your Ledger device and does not involve any other party than you. Nobody within Ledger or outside Ledger ever has access to it. Self-custody remains and will always be the core principle of Ledger. The ethos of self-custody is that it's your choice. You can choose to manage all your assets completely by yourself, or you can have a backup with Ledger Recover. It's up to you.
So that's what he had to say. And there's a lot of different things that he said there that I'm just not happy about. First of all, he's saying that with your identity, you'd be able to recover. That means that you have to provide information to these guys, probably an ID that you'd be able to use to identify yourself. Who says I want to give my ID to Ledger or any of their governing bodies that are holding these three different encrypted shards that have to then come together in order to provide me with the actual recovery phrase? Secondly, in order for that to happen, that means that your device is open to the internet. It's being sent over the internet. I know that he's saying that it's encrypted, and even a very talented hacker would not be able to hack this shard process. But we've seen hackers accomplish some pretty impossible things. These guys work day and night to accomplish what they want to accomplish. And when we're talking about, in some cases, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars that are being stored on these devices in the form of cryptocurrencies, a hacker is going to work so that they can accomplish what they need to accomplish. And this is the part that makes it even more distrusting of the service, is the fact that he said that we never could access your device. We'll never be able to access your recovery phrase. But then we see this. Ledger continues to defend the recovery system, says it's always technically possible to extract a user's keys. So in one breath, they're saying they never had the ability to do this, they never could do this, and they never would do this. And in another breath, it's saying, hey, it's always been a possibility. And the article, it goes on to say, technically speaking, it is and always has been possible to write firmware that facilitates key extraction. You have always trusted Ledger to not deploy such firmware, whether you knew it or not, Ledger said earlier in a now deleted tweet. And the tweet that they're talking about has now been deleted. This was basically their support that put that information out there. And people were extremely unhappy about it, and I understand why. Further on, in another article here, we have the CTO saying that the trade-off is acceptable. And like I said before, in a now deleted tweet, they basically said that they always could have done this. Customers had clearly assumed that there was no way for their private keys, which is a 24-word seed passphrase, to be used as a password to unlock the wallet, to ever leave the hardware wallet. But the CTO, Charles Guillemette, said yesterday that recovery users can now permit the software running inside of a Ledger wallet to allow private keys to leave the device in the form of encrypted shards that can be recombined to recreate the seed phrase. Ledger has said that the recover tool is optional for users. So yeah, they're saying that it's optional, obviously because of the fact that this is a subscription service that they're selling to you. But that is not the major concern here. The major concern is the fact that what we once thought was not possible from these devices is in fact possible. So who's to say that someone can't reverse engineer what is going on and be able to, via the internet, assume control of your device and extract your 24-word phrase? I'll tell you, I do not feel, as a user, I do not feel secure with these devices anymore. And it's hard to say who you can trust at this point, because if Ledger, which is the largest crypto wallet provider as of right now, if they are able to do this, who's to say others like Trezor can't do that? Trezor currently has a sale going on because, of course, they're trying to capitalize on the fact that this is a marketing nightmare for Ledger. But who do you trust? I'll tell you, this is just my final thought here. If you are a cryptocurrency user, you have steel in your veins, because with everything that goes on in this industry, it's really difficult sometimes to say, yeah, I trust that my wealth is okay in cryptocurrencies. There's just so much going on around the entire industry that it's sometimes difficult to remain as assured as you should be within this industry. I personally am not getting out of cryptocurrency. I have no intention of getting out of cryptocurrency. Yes, this is very disappointing to know that devices that I have invested in may not be the most secure. So now I'll have to do some research and find other ways of securing my crypto. But it is just something that is happening. It's a big media nightmare for Ledger at this time, and I figured it would be a good idea to speak on it. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Do you guys still trust Ledger if you own Ledgers? If you don't own Ledgers, what hardware wallets do you use? And do you trust those hardware wallets to never introduce a service like this? Because let's be honest, all of these companies, they just want to find ways of making money. And if this is going to make them money, who's to say that another hardware wallet provider won't do the same thing? But like I said, do you use a hardware wallet? Do you use a warm wallet, like an online wallet like MetaMask? Do you leave your currencies on exchanges? What exactly do you do? And do you feel secure with your method of custodying your cryptocurrencies? Let me know. I am Aaron. This is Pour Over Finance, and I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on in the world of Ledger. If you are a Ledger owner, please do your research and understand what you're getting into, because things are looking a little grim, and I don't know if I still have the same level of trust that I always did. All right. Well, if you enjoyed what I did here for you today, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so the video gets exposure, because people are going to need to know about this, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of when I am uploading additional content in the future. Again, I am Aaron. This is Pour Over Finance. I appreciate you spending your time with me this evening. Have a good one. Peace.